Okay, everyone. The next topic, also extremely important, as I've mentioned before in multiple videos previously, that whatever is going to come next, it's going to be a part of the trading plan that we're going to come up with and follow for you to be successful in the industry. So, again, very important topic. Not a lot to talk about this topic in the industry either. It's because everyone is in a hurry to get in on a trade where you don't want to put in the right amount of work before you select to be in on a trade, right? So, a very important topic, keeping an eye on the higher time frame. Do not get confused. As in the previous video, we talked about how you should be able to figure out uh, what time frame you want to trade. You got to pick two time frames. One of them is going to be your bigger time frame, where you look for the direction in the market, where you look for your breakouts, where you look for your breaches, where you look for a new buyer or seller, whatever you want to call it. There are multiple terms about this phenomenon in the industry, but the terms do not matter. What matters is the actual phenomenon, the logic behind it, that why are we emphasizing it on it so much, right? So the idea is for you to understand the phenomenon. The name is not important. You can call it a breakout, you can call it a breach, you can call it a new territory, you can call it Tom, you can call it Dick, you can call it Harry, whatever you want to call it. That does not matter. Okay, so since you've established the fact that, let's say, you've come to a conclusion that you're a 60-minute trader, right? 60 is going to be your big boy, bigger shark, higher time frame, and then 15 is going to be your trading time frame where you look for your pullbacks to enter on the trades. Now, always keep in mind that there's always going to be a bigger player sitting on top of you. If you're a 60-minute trader, there's going to be 240 on top of you. If you're a 240 trader, there's going to be daily on top of you. So on and so forth. Let's not get into much of the details, right? Now, I'm sorry. So, again, um, the reason of why we had to put in that video where we showed you how price action differs on different time frames is related to this also, because if you do not know how the price differs from different time frames, how the price action differs, you'd be jumping from one time frame to another time frame always, and that is absolutely very confusing if you keep doing that. Okay, so now, we're going to talk about this concept, and I'll explain to you how this impacts your trading. Now, let's say let's talk about 240. Let's talk about 4 hours as the time frame. It's been going in an uptrend, 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 ranges for a little while, and breaks. Right now, as we discussed yesterday, if your bigger boy is in an uptrend and all of this is one move, like the price started from here and went all the way up to there, as long as you're within all of this area, starting here, stopping here, as long as you're inside all of this area, you're looking to buy, you're not looking to sell. But that is when 240 is your bigger time frame. If you go down to 60 minutes, you'll be able to see some differences in the time in the price action, and you'll be able to figure out that there is a new breach, there is a new breakout, there is a new seller that is at this point in time in control of the markets. It's not going to always remain in control. That is the main point that you need to understand. Okay, so being a 60 minutes trader, now it's going to look something like this on the 60 minutes. If this is ranging and it breaks out, voila, this is what, as a 60-minute trader, this area is what you're looking at for the pullbacks to come in so that you can join in on the shorts. Fair enough. This is what you're being taught. This is what you have practiced. This is what your edge is. This is what your trading plan is. You look for a new breach. You look for a new direction on, you look for a new territory on 60 minutes, and then you follow that territory. But what will happen when your cells on this 60-minute start to approach this area? Now, if you keep looking at 240, right? The price after breaking out, it pulls back, goes down. You're in on this trade. Take your profits down here. Maybe you're eyeing all the way down to there, and then it ranges for a little bit and it breaks out again. Now, the question that I'm going to ask you guys is, should you be willing to get in on the sell side on this pullback? Pause the video for a little while, be true to yourself, answer the question, come back to the video so that we can give you the answer. And I hope you did pause the video, just didn't come back. The answer is a big no. And you know the reason. The reason is because it does not matter if your big boy has put in a new territory, has done a new breakout. There is a new direction from the sell side on the charts on 60 minutes. But on 240, you've approached an area where the buy started from down here, went all the way up to there. And as we know, for as long as we are inside this, and if we are trading this time frame, we're not looking to sell. We're only and only and only looking to buy. So that is why it's so important to keep an eye on the bigger time frame, the time frame that is one above you. Okay, let's do a. I don't think we need to do a sell example. Let's just go to the charts and let us try and find some examples on. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let us take a look at this here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go into the replay mode. And I am gonna go down to 60 minutes. Now 60 is my big boy, right? 60 is what I want to see make new breaches, do new breakouts, so that I can get in on the buy side and make some money. Okay, now take a look at this. The buy started here. It went all the way up to there. Pulled back a little bit, bought again. Pulled back, bought again, went all the way up to there. Now, as we saw on 240, where is this price holding right now? It does not matter how fast or how big the buy on 60 minutes was. If the bigger time frame, that is the bigger shark in comparison to 60, is a seller, from the sell that started up here went all the way down to here, and that is where the price is hovering around, should you be considering to buy it again? The answer is no. And of course, in hindsight, we've seen that there's a sell that comes in, and then but the idea of what I'm trying to say is, you should not be looking to get in on the buy side, even if on 60 minutes there you have a very strong push up that goes all the way up to there, and blah blah blah. But always be aware of the fact that there is a higher time frame sitting on top of you who is looking to grab your money, where you go wrong to the buy side, where they go right to the sell side, and the sell makes money. That's it. That is the importance of keeping an eye on the higher time frame. Let's take a look at some other examples. One of my favorites in recent times is this. It's coming. Okay, let's take a look at this here. This is a very good example of what we're talking about. So the chart up there is 240, right? the buy starts up in here, goes all the way up to there. This is one buy, right? Now, I'm going to go down. First of all, I should go to the replay mode, and I am going to go down to 60 minutes now. That is my big boy. Okay. Now, uh, keeping in mind that all of this is one buy, starts here, goes all the way up to there on 240, then it ranges a little bit on 60 and a new breakout. Hold, 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 a new breakout. Being a 60-minute trader, as the sell started from up there, came all the way down to here, your job is to look for a pullback into hereabouts that you can get in on the sell side. You can see that the sell works, right? Puts in a lower low, pull back, fails to make a lower low, pulls back, still sellers, holds, goes up, makes a new low, pulls back. As we have discussed before, if the price has returned into the resistance or support or whatever, right? Let's clear all of this. We discussed it yesterday that if you're looking at this cell, right? That made a lower low. Technically, this was the support that was holding. Price breaks out. It should have respected this as a resistance and it should have gone down instead. Comes up back sharply, but it does break through this resistance, should turn into a support. But have we gone through this? Have we gone through this seller that's been making new lows from all the way up there? It's been making new lows every step of the way. And this was the last bit of sell. One move, very important piece, one move that starts up there, comes all the way down to here, and then it pulls back, respects it somewhat, this resistance, support that turned into a resistance here, respects it somewhat, tries to go down, cannot go down, sharply reverses, goes all the way up to there. But have we gone through this? A quick question for you. Should we be looking to buy as this strong buyer comes up? The answer is absolutely no. Why? Because we're still inside this seller's playground. We're still inside this seller's territory, right? Okay, so goes aggressively up, turns around, puts in a lower high, a new breakout, sellers putting in lower high. Now the next question is, as it starts to pull back into this area, should you be looking to sell it? And the answer is available to the left side, that is an absolutely not. Why? Because we know that on 240 or even on daily, you have big buys that the price is stopping at, right? This is all one buy on daily. And if you go to 240, of course, we've seen this as one buy. Now, see what happens next. I want you guys to see what is going to happen next. Although the price looks to be in a massive downtrend on 60 minutes, but it has approached an area where the big buy on 240 started from. And of course, people from lower time frame, traders from lower time frame, are gonna want to try and get in on the sells, because obviously I cannot miss a trade. So let's take a look at what happens now. Yeah, okay, still not a buy. It's still not a buy on this time frame, but let's stop it here. And I'm going to show you something. Now, you're a 60-minute trader, right? You're not a 240 trader. You're a 60-minute trader. But if I take you, I'm sorry. Again, you're a 60-minute trader. You're not a 240 trader. You've established the fact that on 240, all of this is one buy, but you got to stick to your time frame. You had been selling this since up there, but now that it has approached an area where that can be problematic for it, you take a step aside and you let it do its thing. and you stick to your time frame. Now, let me show you something here. Okay. As the price is putting in lower highs and lower lows, it buys, comes down again, holds. Let me zoom in a little bit. Okay. Holds, goes down again, holds, goes down again. The last bit of selling that is happening in this downtrend is from here to here. Buyer comes back. Again, the important piece is, where is the buyer coming back from? It's coming back from a time frame that is sitting on top of you. So now what you have got to wait for is for your time frame to join its bigger time frame. Very important piece. For your time frame that is 60 to go hands in hand to come in sync with the bigger time frame that is 240. And where does that happen? As these buys start to pick up pace, we can see that, I'm going to clear all these brushes. Okay, now this should be enough. All right. Again, I'm going to repeat it, and it's so important. What you have got to wait for is for your time frame to join hands with its bigger time frame. And where does that? It's been putting in lower highs and lower lows every step of the way, but as this seller sells from here, goes down to there, the price comes back, it tries to sell, fails, tries to sell again, fails, gets a massive rejection, and the buys start to take over. The buyer goes all the way up to there, sells again, comes all the way down, cannot sell, goes back up again. This on your time frame now has switched sides to the buy side. Any trades afterwards that you're going to take from these areas where the market switches side into the bigger time frames direction is going to be in your favor. You can see how massive this buy is. Okay, gonna do a quick example on the sell side, and then we'll call it a video. Already too long. Let's just clear all of these. Let's go to a bigger time frame and start to take a look at what is happening here. Okay, let's take a look at this. Let us take a look at this. Now, a massive sell starts from up there, comes all the way down to here. This is the daily time frame. And now, as let's say you're a 240 trader and daily is your bigger boy, right? You're a 240 trader okay, again, don't get confused. I know it's a lot of mumble jumble at times, but you got to pick and choose the information that I'm providing to you guys. So in this example, you are a 240-60 trader, as 240 being your bigger time frame where you figure out the direction where you want to go with, and then daily is the bigger sharks sitting on top of your 240, right? Okay, let's take a look at 240 first. All right, there we go. Okay, so on 240, you can clearly see that buy starts here, goes all the way up to there, and then your job is to look for pullbacks on 60 minutes to be able to get in on the buy side and make some money. But if we have already taken a look at the daily, and we've established the fact that daily, the bigger shark in comparison to your bigger time frame is a big sell. Started from up there, came all the way down to here. Now, it has broken some areas of interest. It has made some new breaches. If we go down to 240, your time frame, right? It has made some new breaches, and the buy does happen too later on. But what is better in this scenario is what I want to know. Has the buy performed better? Has the sell performed better? Of course, you can see the sell has performed better. The reason is because the bigger time frame is a sell. There's a seller sitting up there wanting to make money, turning everyone into a buyer and make shitloads of money as he hits the sells. You can see how massive the sells come in. Anyway, if you're still confused about some of the phenomena we're talking about, do not fret. As we move along with the course, as we move along with the videos, things are going to get more and more clear. And if something is not clear, please do not hesitate to send us a message in the chat group. And we're here to assist you. We're here to help you out in what you do not understand. All right, then. I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.